Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz, and if you're new around here, we do a butt ton of beauty related content, including makeup tutorials, hauls, swatches, all that good stuff. So today we are doing a makeup tutorial. So for today's tutorial, we are doing 3-Look-1 palette, as that's kind of just what we do around here. And we're using the Revolution Cross Corpse Bride palette. This is the Butterfly palette. It doesn't actually have a name from as far as what I can see. So it's just the butterfly shaped palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So we're going to be doing 3 looks. I've used as many colors as I could. I did not get to use every single one of them, but so you guys can see what the shades look like, we are going to jump into swatches right now before we do any tutorials. Alrighty, so please forgive me, I have my glasses on so that I can read the names of the shade. So hopefully I can read this quickly enough for these. The blue writing is quite hard to read. Okay, so we're going to start off with the top row, and we have the shade Beating Hearts, then we have Breathless, then we have Grave, really gorgeous, and then we have Different, and then we have Dreams. Then next we have the shade Betrothed, and then we have Marry the Dead, Spirit, Promise, and Eternal Love. That is the first top and a half rows, and I love the consistency of these shadows. The mattes are really nice to blend, and the foils and shimmers are absolutely stunning. So I'm going to take this off, and then we'll go for the second lot of swatches. So next we have the shade Always, then we have the shade Beautiful, then we have Liberation, which is my favorite in the palette, and then we have the shade The Darkness, which is this gorgeous foil gold. And then the last 2 shades in the palette are called Spell and Heartbreak. Okay guys, so that is it for the swatches for this gorgeous palette. I really hope that the swatches gave the shadows justice. I am so excited to share these next 3 makeup tutorials with you, so if you are interested in seeing the 3 looks I created using this palette, then please keep on watching.
Alrighty friends, we're starting off this makeup look using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer as my base. I am just blending that out with the Real Techniques setting brush. Going in with the Corpse Bride palette, I'm taking the shade Liberation, which is the deep hot pink in this palette. It is absolutely my favorite out of this whole palette. I'm using a blending brush, and I have some tape on my eye so I have a sharp edge, and I'm packing it in that outer V area. As I'm packing, I'm slowly blending it up and out. I'm taking the shade Beating Heart, which is a light lilac purple. It is a matte as well. I'm taking it on a clean brush, and I'm going over the edge of Liberation to start blending out that pink so that we get a nice gradient blend. In between those, I will take a translucent face powder just to help the blending process without adding more color on there, and I'll go back into the 3 products and build them up and blend them out again. Then I'm going in with the shade Spirit, which is a beautiful metallic white. It's not crazy, but just enough shimmer that you can see it in almost every angle. And as you can see, I did go a little bit too heavy-handed on it in the underbrow area, but I think it works for this look. Going back in with Liberation to blend out Spirit. And then I'm going in with the shade Breathless, which is a matte purple, and it's more of a blue tone purple. Taking it on a flat brush onto the outer corner of the lid, and going in with Liberation to blend that out. Then I'm taking the shade Dreams, which is a even lighter matte lilac purple, blending that in with Breathless on the lid. And then I'm going back in with Spirit and I'm popping that onto the inner corner and the first half of the lid to blend all of that together. And I will go back into all of those shades once I've built them up and blended them out to build up the intensity. Then I'm taking a black eyelining pen and creating a wing, and I am using the tape as the guide for that today. Going in with some mascara for a couple of coats. Then once I've removed the tape and cleaned up, I am taking a little bit of Liberation on the lower lash line and a little bit of Breathless, and then on the inner corner taking Spirit. I popped some false lashes on, popped a nude eyeliner on the waterline, and that was the eyes completed, guys. I'm using two MAC products from the MAC Botanic Panic collection, the blush and the highlighter. I can't remember the names, so I'll pop them somewhere. And then for lips, I just decided to go with the nude because I thought the eyes were very intense. So that is the first look completed. So going into look 2, we're starting off with the shade Dreams, which is I think it's the lightest lilac matte purple. I'm taking it into the crease. I already have my concealer on and blended out, and I'm packing it into the crease area first before we do anything else. I'm using it as my transition today. To help blend it out, because it is the lightest matte in the palette, I'm taking the translucent face powder that I usually use, just to help buff out those edges without using shimmers. Then I'm going in with the shade Beautiful, which is the deepest matte purple in the palette, and I'm taking it on a small blending brush and popping it on the outer corner of my eye. So the placement for this is, I'm imagining that I have tape without having tape, and I'm placing that in the area that I would have eyeliner, basically, so that I have a really, really dark defined outer V area. And once I've packed all of that on, I'm using Dreams, which is the light matte purple that we started with, to blend that out. I want to keep all that intensity in the outer corner of the eye and blend it up in that eyeliner wing area, so that it gives the look of very, very pulled out cat eye shaped eyes. And I'm using, a blending brush to blend Beautiful into the outer crease slightly, so that there still is that definition, but giving it a different look. Then I'm going in with that shade, I think it was either Spell or Heartbreaker Always, on the lid. And then I'm taking Spirit, which is the pearlescent, under the eyebrow for the brow highlight. And then I'm taking Heartbreak underneath the lower lash line, mixing it in with a bit of Always, just to copy what I've done on the top down underneath the lower lashes. For eyeliner, I'm taking my eyelining pen and I am not doing a wing today. I'm just lining so that the lashes have something to anchor onto, and then popping some falsies on, and the eyes are completed for this look. For the final look, we are starting off with the shade Betrothed, which is a really intense matte blue. I'm taking it through the crease, focusing it on the outer corner to start off with, to build it up, because as I was blending, I noticed that it had a bit of a green tone to it, so I wanted to build it up enough that it kept the blue tone. I didn't want this to turn green or green toned. I also have a bit of tape there, so we have a super sharp edge. So I'm using a translucent matte face powder to blend out that Betrothed shade. Then I'm going in with the shade Promise, which is a really deep, almost midnight blue foil shadow, and I'm taking it on a pointed blending brush straight through the crease to begin with. I really want to build up that intensity in the outer V area, and I'm going between Betrothed and Promise on blending brushes and using the matte translucent face powder to blend them all together, so it's a really beautiful transition. You are going to find that when you're creating these kinds of looks that it is build, blend, build, blend, build, blend. It can be very time consuming, but it is worth it. And then I'm taking this Jeffree Star liquid lip. I believe this is the shade Drug Lord, and I'm using it to cut my crease. I found out recently that the liquid lips are eye safe, so we are going to give it a go today. So I'm just using a detailing brush from Real Techniques to create that cut crease. I didn't want to be too crazy because I still haven't quite figured out how it looks, how to do it well on my eye shape. But I just did the inner corner mainly, and then I went in with Promise to blend out that edge. And then I'm taking the shade Spell on the center of the eyelid over the top of that liquid lip, and honestly it looked so vibrant and gorgeous underneath having the Drug Lord there. I think it looks so beautiful. Then I'm taking the shade Marry the Dead, which is almost like a Cinderella type light blue. It is a shimmer foil as well, and I'm taking it on the inner corner, and I'll go over Spell and Marry the Dead many times to build up that intensity but keep that blend. And then right on the inner corner, I'm taking the shade Spirit as the inner corner highlight. I also do pop a little bit underneath my brow, just not as much as what I did in the first video, the first tutorial, because I thought it was already quite an intense look. So for eyeliner, I'm lining my lashes quite thinly, and then once I get to the outer corner where the shade Promise is, I'm using what's left on the shadow to blend that. I didn't want to look like I had a massive winged liner. I just wanted the tape to make sure that I had a sharp edge. I've popped some white eyeliner through my waterline, and then I use the same colors on the lower lash line to copy that onto the bottom. Added some mascara and some lashes, and the look is complete.
Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed these 3 makeup tutorials using the Butterfly palette from the Revolution Cross Corps Bride collection. I was not able to get any of the other palettes for this collection, so unfortunately this is all I have, but I love that I was able to get my hands on it. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed it. I'd love to know whether you've done looks with this palette. If you have, please put a link down in the comments so I can go and find you and support you and your work as well. Please consider subscribing if this is a video that you like seeing. If you want to see more from me, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and also remember to click the like button if you liked what you've seen. That helps me out so much. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I hope you're having a fantastic day or night wherever you are and whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.